A judge has ruled a legal row between the UK government and Apple over data privacy can't be held in secret. The case, which was launched last month by Apple, is about their Advanced Data Protection, or ADP, system. The Home Office wants the right to be able to access information secured by ADP, but Apple says it doesn't want to create what it calls a backdoor into data privacy. And it says it could be exploited by hackers and criminals. To help us understand this, because I've just read that out and I'm not too sure about it, Kevin Curran, Professor of Cybersecurity at Ulster University, joins us now. Hello, Kevin.
Good evening, Tony.
I think I got the theory of that as we went through. Can you put us right on the background of all this then? What's at the heart of it?
Yes, the background is exactly 2 months ago today, the UK government, under their UK Investigatory Power Act of 2016, which is also known as the Snoopers Charter, they issued a technical capability notice to Apple. And when you're issued one of them, you're not allowed to actually state publicly that you have received one. So therefore, they sent one to Apple, and basically they demanded that they would be given a backdoor, a secret key that would enable the UK government to unencrypt the encryption keys which are used by Apple's Advanced Data Protection product, again,
Right.
which encrypts our iCloud, or basically everything apart from our email, really. So of course Apple could not comply with this, and of course Apple wanted to make this public, but they couldn't. But we've had a tribunal now ruling that actually that the government can't hold this in secret, like that they presumed that they could, and that the parts of it will have to be made public.
So what is I mean, I get the principle they don't want to backdoor Apple, but the idea of having this debated in public is them saying to their users, we are fighting on your behalf to keep your messages private.
Exactly. I mean, ultimately, what the UK government would have wanted was to be able to actually, not even UK users, but anyone who uses an Apple product, really, that uses this encryption, that, in other words, it would be...
Let's just go back to Kevin Curran now, Professor of Cybersecurity at Ulster University. So essentially, Apple and the UK government are in a fight over privacy, and Apple are trying to prevent the Home Office in particular getting a backdoor into their data, into our data as well. And the big news today is that at least that fight's going to take place in public now. Kevin, hi, welcome back, by the way.
Hello, Tony.
Great. Kevin, just out of interest, is there a precedent for this? Has Apple faced this kind of battle anywhere else in the world, and have they had to give in to government's demands?
There has been pressure from some countries like Australia as well. It's not the first time that they've faced pressure to build backdoors for others, but no country has been so kind of naive to some degree to go and approach them and expect that the UK could have their own backdoor, really, because you cannot build a backdoor and encryption side channel without having it, because it's the same software which is used around the world, really, for everyone. There's only one Apple product again, and I'm aware not everyone uses Apple, iPhones as well, and also only a fraction of people had this turned on, because it does require because you're the only one who has the password that gets your data back, and you have recovery keys, because the whole idea is that your data is stored securely on Apple's servers, and even Apple themselves cannot de-encrypt it, not view into it. And if you lose the keys, you're out of luck. You lose everything. But that's the price you pay for having end-to-end encryption in this manner.
And presumably, as well as, I suppose Apple would say, fighting for the privacy rights of all their users, commercially it's sensitive as well, isn't it? Because if users know, hang on, Apple's data is accessible, they may choose to look elsewhere.
It does, and it leaves the UK, because the UK now is the only country that doesn't have the advanced data protection, really. So UK-based tech firms are at a disadvantage in this manner, because, of course, even though the Home Office are saying this is for national security reasons as well, but and also that's why the number one reason they don't want this to be made public, or to be a public-facing case, really. But it's kind of ridiculous, really, because we know who the parties are involved here, and we know what the issues are. It's not as if someone's gone to discover some ways that terrorists operate and it leaks to the world, really. This is just really a battle over encryption. So again, there's no reason for it to be behind closed doors, really. And of course the BBC have come along, the Guardian and in the Times, you name it, have asked that open justice would be served in this case, and that you guys would be allowed to report in this, really.
Yeah. Okay, and that is the case as of tonight. Kevin, good to talk to you. Thanks for your time.
You're welcome.
Kevin Curran there, Professor of Cybersecurity at Ulster University.